Today's challenge is to build the highest launching, lowest spinning driver combo that we have had on the channel with an extremely cheap budget shaft and a very good low spinning head. I hope you can see this. I mean, this thing wants to go. But we are currently at 358 just from the green. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Simon down here at Sandford Springs Golf Club, and I'm very excited to build this driver combo today. Number one, I want to build it out on the course so you know that I haven't tested it. I've seen some interesting, I actually watched James Robinson's video on the Autoflex shaft last week, and obviously I've seen loads of videos. TXU obviously the first, guys. I saw Rick's one on it. It is the in thing, but it is a 650 pound shaft. And the point of today's video is, can I create an extremely light 40-gram shaft, A-flex, so it's normally for seniors, and put an outrageous low spinning combo? And I probably should give you a bit of a backstory on how I know this is going to work. Now, for some of you that don't know, I've been trying and training for long drive over the last 3 years. Bit of a hiatus, I'm not gonna lie, through the whole pandemic. But my first original driver that I bought off eBay was this Brute Golf 2.0, which I think I bought for about 160 pounds, probably about $200, imported from America. It came with a triple X stiff shaft. How naive I was. 5-degree head, and guess what? I couldn't get the thing airborne. And as the year went on, I tried and tested different combos. I'm going to show you a clip here when me and James Wiltshire were in the simulator at Burford on the GC2, and we put a regular flex shaft in this exact head. And well, let me just show you the video. Absolutely huge. That is ridiculous.
381.
381, 192 ball speed, 5-degree head. And now I'm incredibly fortunate and thankful that Brute themselves got in touch with me on Instagram probably about 6 months ago, saying they've got the 2.1 head coming out. Would I like to try and test it? So they have sent me this free of charge. Thank you for you guys supporting the channel, as that wouldn't have happened otherwise. 299 euros for the head only. So this isn't a cheap head, but the reason I'm excited is that I've even tried other Brute Golf heads. I've tried crank golf heads, and for my swing in particular, this thing, no matter what shaft, what combination you put in it, just would never get above 2000 RPM, i.e. you could put a silly lightweight shaft, lady flex shaft in here, launch it at 18 degrees, and the spin rate would never go above 2000 RPM, meaning big drives. This, now after time of testing it, trying everything else, has a rattle, and I've cracked it along the crown. Therefore useless, and I've been using this. So I'm now very excited that I've got a new one, and it's only right that we try this combo before I put one of the big boy shafts in it and I start competing. However, with the Autoflex, from the videos that I've seen, and don't get me wrong, I'd be extremely excited to try it out in person, but like a lot of you, I haven't got 650 pounds lying about, so we're going to flip it on its head. So today's guinea pig shaft is this Aldila A-Flex 40-gram shaft that essentially is a pull-out. I pretty much can't sell this because whoever pulled this out of the adapter and shaft absolutely butchered the tip. So it's the perfect guinea pig for this test. It is lightweight, it is 40 grams, and it's going to be very whippy, i.e. high launching. And let's be honest, that is what all upgrade shafts are. When you're paying 300, 400, 500 pounds, it's extremely difficult to make a lightweight 50-gram driver shaft, but stiff, and creates the right impact position so that you do get low spin but high launch. So let's flip it on its head. Yes, we've got quite an expensive head, but nothing more expensive than anything else out on the market, like a Rogue ST or a Stealth, whatever it might be, but a budget 40-gram lightweight A-Flex shaft to produce the similar impact position. Now with the Autoflex, it says not only does it give you higher, lower spinning, but also tightens dispersion. This combo I don't think is going to tighten anyone's dispersion. All we're looking for today is high launch, low spin numbers, and we've got a few par 4s around Sandford here today, over 360 yards, and I'm hoping to hit some greens. So in terms of putting the golf club together, we're not going to take any special measures, literally 5-minute epoxy. Hope it holds for the rest of this video, and then obviously I'll be taking the shaft, extracting it out and putting one of my long drive driver shafts back in for competition, for practicing and everything else. potentially, if this goes well, I might use it at Filford on Friday. We'll see. So as I quickly warm up with my speed sticks before we obviously give the driver a hit and give it time to set so the head doesn't come flying off. Theory is that this 100-gram shaft weight here, I can swing a lot faster, i.e. my club head speed will be a lot faster, opposed to the 200-gram weight that we have here. Now this is great for overtraining and obviously trying to get stronger in the particular muscle groups, but when you're trying to get raw club head speed, this is going to go faster. And with traditional lightweight shafts, that means high launch but also high spin. So the idea is, can we get a lightweight budget shaft with a very low spinning head? And that could, let's be honest guys, that could be multiple different heads for you. I'm saying this Brute Golf one works perfectly for myself, but yours might be a Callaway Epic Sub-Zero that's 6 years old. Do you know what I mean? Or it could be a TaylorMade M5 with an A-Flex shaft in it. And I'm not saying they're going to work, but a lot of these combinations are costing £150, which you could easily sell on. So if you want to experiment and you feel like you could probably get a bit more higher launching, lower spinning shots in your game, then you haven't really got much to lose. 10 minutes has passed just to be safe, and I think this bad boy, obviously you've got to give it a few swings, but even one-handed, I'm able to give that a bit of a wiggle. It feels so light. Have a look at this. I hope you can see this. I mean, this thing wants to go. The flex on it. Oh. So light, it's unbelievable. Probably the lightest driver I've ever hit, and I'm hoping that's going to equate to some decent club head speed. Now obviously we haven't got any numbers out on the golf course, but the idea is we're going to measure out the distance with the Golf Shot app, which I tested 2 weeks ago, so we get a good idea of the rough distance. But I'm expecting some decent shots downwind and into. So first test hole, number 8 down near the parks. I'm going off the reds because that's closer to 400 yards, so it's 417 yards from the Golf Shot app. And how close can we get there? There is a bit of a downwind, so this is probably the best chance I have at getting some unreal distance. But I'm also concerned about dispersion as well. Yes, do I get one great long ball out there, but then how bad are the bad shots? So we're gonna hit 5, you're gonna see all 5. Let's see how good or bad it is. What, my God, you have no idea how excited. I mean, in theory, I thought this was going to work, and I really hope they didn't change anything with the 2.1 in terms of that head. And I'm so hoping the camera is picking up this ball flight that I'm getting from this thing. First of all 5 in play, which is crazy. Secondly, it's impossible to get this up in the air, which is crazy, meaning that I've got an incredibly light flex shaft that is designed to get the ball up in the air and create spin, but with this head combination, they're nose diving out of the air. And don't get me wrong, I haven't given it everything yet because I didn't want the head just to fall off, but it's on there solid. And some of these shots, we're tracking it now, I'm walking from the tee, we're going to see which one's gone furthest. Now the fairways at Sanford are pretty dry, we're on the park, so we're going to get some run out, but not a tremendous amount, probably not as much as you'd see on GC Quad or GC2. Okay, we're at ball number 2. One was in the bunker in there, which kind of snap hook. 311 total, with probably ball number 2 going a bit further. I think there's another one that's even further than this, but at the moment the current distance we've got is 327 yards, as you can see, green just behind me. I found 3 out of 5. I just need to find the other 2, and I'm hoping one of them's even further than that. I didn't quite catch all of these, as I say. I definitely didn't get the most, so there's a lot left in the tank with this thing. Right, one more ball we found in the rough. The other one lost. I'm pretty sure if I only hit one ball off that tee, I would have found it though, because all 5 of those were definitely in direction of play. But 330 was our total distance. As I say, I didn't hit it well at all out of all those. I didn't quite catch it. That being said, we're now on hole number 7 down here, straight into the teeth of the wind. So it's probably playing about 350, 360 to the green. So I'm looking for some green side shots into wind. A big ask, but hopefully I catch one. Okay, definitely a bit more of a mixed bag, and I've gone after all 5 of those to mainly prove that I can't overspin this combination. As I said, the head itself is just nothing I've ever experienced. I'm not saying it's the best drive head in the world. I'm just saying if you want something that doesn't take off like a plane, this is the head that I found works. And I'm not saying that crank can't do that. I'm not saying that potentially the Callaway like LD drivers can't do that. It's It's just the only one that I've tested in my career that no matter what you put in it, no matter what shaft, no matter how light, how whippy, you get this knuckleball effect. And I've skied one, I've blocked one, I toe hooked one, but the last two I caught pretty much as good as you can into the breeze. And I'm very excited to see how far they've gone on a relatively wet golf course into the breeze. And I mean, you can just listen to the wind. It's definitely not friendly. It's not the biggest gust in the world, but that's definitely going to hurt some distance. So if we get over the 300-yard mark into breeze, I think you'd definitely take that. First one, and again, on a normal day, I'd be quite happy with that. Again, apologies for the wind. Ball number 2 in the middle of the fairway. This is the one that I definitely caught. I think this was probably the 4th shot that I caught. Again, we are 285 into the breeze, and a lot of that's going to be carry because into wind off soft ground, I mean, that's not going to be rolling that far. And then the last one, my goal, my dream, greenside bunker, level with it. Do we get there, ladies and gentlemen? 300 on the dot over the, maybe if we just step one further forward, 301. No, I'm just cheating. Oh, just cheating now. 300 yards on the dot into the breeze. Quite a strong breeze as well. I'm really happy with that. 3 final attempts. I couldn't resist downwind. I wanted to crack one so well. 2 snap hooks, which you could probably put down to the Autoflex shaft. I'm not saying this shaft is the best thing in the world. I'm not saying that it's anywhere near as good as the Autoflex, because it's supposed to produce lightweight as well as sharpen that dispersion, or shorten it, as well as give you that spin rate. So it's doing the trifecta. However, if you just want height and lightweight, I mean, ladies flex and senior flex shafts have been around for ages. The difficulty is getting that shaft to produce low spin, and you will need a decent head to do that. We did crack one, and I'm just walking up to it now. The last one of the 3 is busy here at Sanford. I'd love to hit 100 balls off that tee and get one to go 380, but we are currently at 358 just from the green. I'd rather be back another 30 yards to be honest. What a great day of testing, and it's definitely not finished. I mean, I'm not saying this is going to be the perfect combo. My swing definitely needs work. You can see how into out I am, how out the toe. So we definitely didn't maximize. We're into out, we're hitting these big hooks at the moment. They need to be, my swing path needs to be zeroed. I need to be a lot faster, but it's promising signs at the start of the season. I definitely need to practice more out here with a long driver. It's so different practicing indoors or off a mat. You get so much more ground force interaction and friction, whereas off grass and anything else, I mean, my footwear probably didn't help either, but there's so many things that I need to obviously cross the T's and dot the I's. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave it a like, subscribe if you are new. Catch you guys later.